Mom, come here.
Hey,
So blind.
please. All right, guys. Let's get this broadcast started, guys. I'm just waiting to make sure that it's broadcasting. If you guys are listening to this, I would appreciate if you guys let me know if you guys can hear or not. All right, guys. This is a very quick hangout, guys. Let me see here. Just want to make sure that the audio and everything is working, guys, before I start the broadcast here. All right, guys. I just want to answer some quick questions about Steemit, guys. In the previous video I did about Steemit for Investors #2, I was getting a ton of questions during our broadcast with me and my buddy leonfood.com. People are asking if Steemit is a Ponzi scheme because you put money into it and it pays you back out. Okay, whenever you put Steem tokens, you have to take your money, convert it to Bitcoins, take your Bitcoins, buy some Steem with it, and then put it into your Steem account, and then use that, and then start blogging posts, and then get paid for it. Now, that's one way to do it, and that's how me and leonfood.com started our crypto market channel on Steemit. Now, the other way to do it is just to go there, register an account, and then start making some interesting posts that has high quality content, and then when you get upvoted, the system will pay you the Steem tokens itself automatically, and you don't have to buy anything. So if you don't have any money to buy Steem tokens from Poloniex or other exchanges to put into your Steemit account, then just go there and create content, and it'll put it in there. Okay. Now, here's something to keep in mind, guys. People always ask, is Steemit a Ponzi scheme? They don't just ask about Steemit, but they ask about every cryptocurrency that comes out. Just assume that every cryptocurrency is going to be called a Ponzi scheme. When Bitcoin first came out, it was called a Ponzi scheme. When Litecoin came out, it was called a Ponzi scheme. When Dogecoin came out, it was called a Ponzi scheme. When NXT came out, it was called a Ponzi scheme. When Ethereum came out, it was called a Ponzi scheme. So whenever a new coin comes out and it's called a Ponzi scheme, there's nothing new, because that's natural. Every new cryptocurrency that comes out will be referred to as a Ponzi scheme. Okay, so how do we determine if it's a Ponzi scheme or not? Well, you have to do your research. One way is that if you watch our channel, you know, because we talk about some of the coins, all right? Most of the time, whenever we are discussing a certain coin, we have done some extensive research into that coin, the community, the people behind it, and who's working on it, what past projects they have, what kind of history they have. So things like that before we invest into it, so that we have a higher probability that it's not a Ponzi scheme or a failed investment risk, okay? So this is gonna be normal for every cryptocurrency that you guys hear me and leonfood.com talk about, because that's just how it is, okay? Because this is a new asset class, this is a new investment vehicle. All the time, people are going to think it's a Ponzi scheme, because when people who don't have any experience in trading cryptocurrencies, right, they are going to call it a Ponzi scheme, okay, because it sounds too good to be true to them, okay? Now, here's something that I want you guys to consider, okay? We don't know if a new cryptocurrency is a Ponzi scheme or not. We have to do research on it, and we have to look at the use cases for it. Are there any real use cases for that cryptocurrency? And if it has a valid use case, then we have to look at it as a new technology, okay? The downside with every new cryptocurrency that comes out is that it's the cryptocurrency, the blockchain technology, that is attached to a new technology based on that blockchain technology, okay? So the blockchain, we have the blockchain technology, okay? And then we have the blockchain cryptocurrency technology that's involved, and then we have the commercial use of that technology involved. And when they're put together and they're married together and they're introduced to the market does not see they see the commercial, or they can understand the commercial technology behind it, but they don't understand the cryptocurrency or the blockchain technology that drives the commercial use of this. So because of that, because people don't understand this blockchain or cryptocurrency technology, they are going to naturally assume that it's a Ponzi scheme. That's why you have to do your due diligence to make sure that the cryptocurrency blockchain technology is not a Ponzi scheme. It's a real technology that is going to dominate and revolutionize and change the financial industry, okay? Now, the commercial use case of it, right, is that a valid technology? Is that something that the world needs? Is that seriously going to solve a real world problem? That's what you have to look at. So if you call it a Ponzi scheme just because it's a blockchain or cryptocurrency technology, that's just a waste of time, and that's just a bunch of bullshit and nonsense, okay? You have to look at the commercial use of that technology. So whenever we talk about Steemit, and we ask ourselves, is it a Ponzi scheme, all right? If we call Steemit a Ponzi scheme, then we also have to call Facebook, MySpace, Reddit, and all these other, Twitter, and all those LinkedIn, and all these other social media platforms a Ponzi scheme also. Why? Because they're all social media platforms, okay? So can Steemit be a Ponzi scheme, right? Anything can be a Ponzi scheme, right? A Ponzi scheme, I haven't even defined what a Ponzi scheme is. A Ponzi scheme is something like where you put money into an investment, and then instead of the investment growing, right, the people who created that investment take money from the new investors to pay the old investors. So now the old investors, right, think the early investors, they think that the system is making profit, when in reality it's not. They're just taking money from new investors and paying it to early investors. So for example, what is a good example of a Ponzi scheme? If you guys live in the United States of America, the most popular and the most famous Ponzi scheme is a Social Security Administration, right? You can go to ssa.gov, and that is like the biggest Ponzi scheme that America has, and people participate in all the time. So just because a Ponzi scheme is a Ponzi scheme, that doesn't mean that, I mean, I don't like to support Ponzi schemes, but the government is forcing every citizen in America to do it. And the way Social Security works is that all the young workers pay into the system, and then the new investors, okay, the new investors pay in, and then they're paying out to the old investors. So like the 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, and 40-year-olds that are working, their money is being taken out of their salary and their wages and put into this big bucket, this retirement bucket called Social Security in America, and then they're taking money out of that and paying the older 60, 70, 80-year-old investors that put money into it a long time ago. The reason why it's a Ponzi scheme is that there's more money going out than there's money coming in. Okay, so that is a classic example, or a perfect example of a Ponzi scheme. Now, as far as Steemit goes, I have not seen evidence of that yet. Okay, so because of that, you know, at the moment, I don't see it as a Ponzi scheme just because it's based on a blockchain or a cryptocurrency technology, because the commercial use of it is very valid. Okay, that's been a huge problem with all like Facebook, MySpace, LinkedIn, Twitter, and everything, is that the people who create the content are not getting paid for it. It's the advertisers are paying the owners of that network. And Steemit is the first social media platform where the advertisers can pay directly to the content creators. The system pays the content creators, and it creates the content curators who upvote or downvote or like or dislike the content. Okay, so it has a real world commercial use. That's why we put a small investment into it, and we're going to see how it works out. And if it fails, you can trust that we will come back and tell you it fails, just like we did with the Dow Hub investment. You know, we made a post video of what we learned, the lessons that we learned from the failed DAO Hub investment. And I will probably make another video later to share with you guys some of the other lessons that we learned from that failed investment. So we don't always succeed in every cryptocurrency investment that we put money into, but we have a high success rate with the ones that we do that make so much money that it covers up the rest of the ones that we do lose money on. So we're not worried about it. That's how we invest, okay? So I'll take some questions here real quick, and then I'll end this video, guys. Matt Ezel asked, you know, can you think of any other crypto that has a similar cash out structure with a long tail, slow payout? Okay. I cannot think of one off the top of my head, Matt, simply because it's new. This is cryptocurrency. It's a new technology. It's a new environment. So there's always going to be people that come out with new things. For example, when Ethereum came out with the smart contract concept for their blockchain, they were called a Ponzi scheme. They said they wouldn't work, blah, 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 you know. And so far, they're $1 billion market cap. Yes, they failed with the DAO Hub because the Slockit team rushed the software out before it was fully tested and checked, okay? But, you know, that doesn't mean that it's a Ponzi scheme. It means that they just wrote some bad software, you know. People make mistakes, you know. Let me see here. We have, next question is by Arthur, and he asks, is it time to buy Steem today, right? That just depends, okay? If you've not, you know, I buy at a slightly higher price, so if I would have been able to buy in today, if you guys look, right now on the market, Steemit is at a, just let me check real quick, so I give you, right now it's at a market cap, which means the total value of the network is at $263 million. Now, if you take a social media network such as Facebook, it's worth in the billions of dollars, right? I'll tell you guys real quick here. So I just Googled market cap of Facebook, and their market cap is $359 billion. Okay, so if you look at the market cap or the value of the entire Steemit network, it's at 263 million, right? So if I'm just going to round it off to 250 million, so the math is easy in my head, okay? So if, let's just say that the market cap of Steemit is at 250 million and it grows to $1 billion, that's a 4x growth. That's a 400% growth. So if you get it right now and it goes up, if you believe that Steemit has a potential to be better or just as good as Facebook or Reddit or LinkedIn or Twitter, well then if Facebook is worth, what was it, in the hundreds of billions of dollars, $360 billion, well just do the math. 360 billion, right? 360 divided by a quarter, 250 million, that's like a 1,440x return, right? So if you believe that Steemit has the potential to grow and become a more popular social media platform, or not even more popular, but a viable social media platform to where they can get several million users on there. If they get several million users on there, it's going to be worth over $1 billion, guys, right? So if that's the case, let's just say it becomes $1 billion. Well, then if you invest now, then there's an opportunity for it to increase to 3 to 4 to 500% profit. So that's up to you. I cannot tell you guys when to buy it and when not to buy it. I put a small investment into it, and if it makes me 5x, 10x, or 20x return, I'm okay with that. Okay, because I don't know anywhere else in the stock market or anywhere else that is going to give me a potential 3, 4, 500% profit in that short period of time. Okay, so the other question that Arthur asked is, when do you convert the Steem tokens into Steem Power? That's up to you. I cannot tell you when to do that. If you are a content creator like myself, right? Myself and LeonFood.com, we bought 6 Bitcoins worth of Steem tokens, and we convert it into Steem Power. The reason why we did that, keep in mind that Steem Power is like your credibility or your credit score, okay? So we wanted to make sure that our channel, we wanted to fast track it and speed it up and increase our market share and our visibility on Steemit, and we want to show that we have credibility. So instead of waiting for our posts and our articles to be seen by people. We just went out there and bought that credit, okay, that credibility, that reputation, because we already have it on YouTube. So we know that when we go to Steemit, we can fast track it and speed it up just by buying our reputation instead of waiting for it to build up, okay? And when people see our videos and our blog posts, they're gonna see that we have lots of subscribers, and they're gonna see that we've been around since the beginning. And so that means that we're gonna have more credibility much quicker. Now, if you don't have a popular platform or a large number of users and subscribers like we do, then it probably will not work for you very well. But we took the chance of that and invested into 6 Bitcoins to buy some Steem power just to increase our reputation on the Steemit social media platform. And maybe in the future we'll add to it, maybe we won't, okay? But in the meantime, that's what we started with because we were able to afford it, okay? So that's up to you. If you are a content creator, then and you have enough money to buy some reputation and credibility on Steemit, then feel free to do so. But if you're not posting anything on there, then maybe it's not a good idea for you to convert your Steem tokens into Steem power, because once you convert your Steem tokens into Steem power to get extra credibility and reputation, then you are going to lock those Steem tokens up for 2 years, and you cannot get them out for 2 years, okay? They're gonna split up into 104 increments, payout periods, and it's gonna take 2 years to make those 104 payouts to return it back to you. So Leon and I, we invested in our channel, and we're serious cryptocurrency investors. We have the most popular and the fastest growing cryptocurrency investing channel on the internet. So because of that, we felt that it was a good investment for us to lock up 6 Bitcoins for the next 2 years just to test out the platform. That doesn't mean you guys have to do it. We just made that decision because we are investing into this for the long term, okay? So hope that answers your question. Matt Ezzo asks, can you see the payout structure being a problem for advertisers? Absolutely not. It will incentivize more people to advertise on there, okay? Since the content is monetized and the value of posts is publicly seen, just as it attracts new users, won't it also push people away when they see they aren't able to make the same amount of money? That's good. You should be happy that it does that, because it pushes out all the bullshitters, okay? Because if you have good content on there, people are going to upvote you. And the people who upvote you, they're going to get paid to make sure that they upvote the good content. So if I produce content and it's not good, then I'm going to be downvoted and I won't get paid for it. And the people, and so it incentivizes me to create content for you guys. And then the people who upvote me, their credibility and how they get paid out is to make sure that they upvote good content. If they downvote the content and it happens to be good content, then they're not going to get paid for it, and eventually their word has no reputation. It has no power. It has no Steem power, and that's why it's important to have a lot of Steem power, because you have a good reputation. So whenever myself or leonfu.com, whenever we upvote your content on Steemit, it's because we feel that that content that you created is really good, and that we, by giving you a thumbs up and by upvoting you and paying you with our credibility, we are using our credibility to upvote you and share with the community that we believe that your content is valid, and people are going to trust us because they know that we are a valid source of knowledge and experience about how to invest in cryptocurrencies. So they are relying on our reputation and our credibility to upvote other people. So the system is going to let us know that when we upvote something, it gives it more credibility and more weight and more reputation than someone that's new to cryptocurrency, that's never invested into it and don't know anything about cryptocurrencies, okay? So we know that our credibility and our word has a big reputation in the cryptocurrency world. So Leon Fu and I, we both have the ability to upvote people, but we are very cautious on who we upvote, because if we upvote the wrong content, then we lose credibility in that, and we're in this for the long term, not for a short-term get-rich-quick scheme or make a fast buck scheme, okay? So because of that, we are going to be careful and be very conservative on who we upvote. And sometimes, a lot of times, we upvote stuff that has nothing related to cryptocurrencies. We upvote lots of stuff that whenever we have time, we look at stuff and we upvote things that we believe are valid, So, for example, leonfu.com is very good in software. I'm very good in art and other areas in life. that you guys may not be aware of. So when you might randomly see me upvote stuff that I believe is very good content in that specific niche or industry or field, okay? So next question, guys. Can you see the payout structure being a problem for advertisers? Absolutely not, okay? Matt Ezzo asked again, since the content is monetized and the value post is public, see, I already answered that question. Matt Ezzo asked, won't Steemit eventually be just like a country club? I'm not sure what that means. I mean, if you got good, the key here is this, guys, the key to success on Steemit is this. You got good content, and if you don't know how to produce good content, you know how to upvote good content. You know how to read the content or view the content and let the rest of the community know that that's good content, okay? The next thing is this, right? Hold on, guys, I'm getting an important call here. Hold on. What's up, bro? Are you outside? Okay, all right, I'm coming down. All right. All right, guys, I need to wrap this up. But if you create good content, you'll be rewarded. If you curate means that you're able to classify and vote and filter out what's good content, what's not. If you're able to do that, then you get paid for it, okay? If you have a good credibility, you get paid for it. So those are the things, guys. Do you think of right now Steemit is here to stay, or is there still a chance that it could fail? Right now, Crypto Giraffe asked if it can fail or here to stay. I believe it's here to stay. That's why we locked up 6 Bitcoins for 2 years, okay? Because we believe that it solves a real world problem. Because that's the problem, the biggest problem that all the social media platforms have right now is that it's not rewarding the people who produce good content. And it's not rewarding the people who filter out good content, the curators, right? It's rewarding the people who own the network. So Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, gets paid billions of dollars every year for all the content that's on Facebook, but he didn't create that content. So Steemit is a game changer, in our opinion, because it actually pays directly to the people who create content that is good, okay? So that's the reason why. The first payout was on July 4th and has been gaining traction for the past month. It may be too early to tell. Yes, it's too early. So this is a risk that you take for investing. Guys, the reason why you get paid 300, 400, 500, 1,000, like we made over 4,000% profit on Ethereum. The reason why you get paid these high profit margins is because of the risk that you take. Because if it fails, you lose everything, okay? So that's the reason why you get paid like that. So we are always going to be in it too early, okay? Just know that, okay? So you don't have to ask that. 2 years is like 20 years in the crypto world. Steemit has the first to market effect, but there's others coming like Yours Network, Akasha. Scary to go big on Steem, isn't it? Well, that's up to you, Matt. Put what you can afford. At this juncture in our life, in our investment career, in our crypto investment career, Leon Fu and I are at a point where we can afford to put up 6 Bitcoins, and if we lose it, it doesn't hurt us, okay? We can still move on and invest in more cryptocurrencies, all right? So always invest. We only invest what we can throw away and not worry about it, okay? So, and big is relative. Something that's big for you might be small for me, okay? So, I mean, you know, it costs me, you know, $5,000 a month to live in America, all right? If I don't make $5,000 a month in America, right, I cannot feed my wife and kids and live in the house that we live in. So, I mean, $5,000 a month in another country, in Africa, China, and Vietnam somewhere, that might be a year, 2 years, or 5 years worth of income. But in America, you know, that's not a big deal. In other countries, it's a big deal. So how big or how small in cryptocurrency is relative, Matt, okay? Let me see. By country club, Matt says, I mean, it won't eventually be just the whales hanging out and upvoting each other. Absolutely not. The way their algorithms work, in the beginning, the whales are helping to push, you know, we need those whales to help upvote content that they feel that's quality to get people incentivized and to motivate them to get in. Otherwise, nothing will happen, okay? So I got my driver waiting outside for me, guys. I just want to make this quick video to explain my thoughts on whether or not Steemit is a Ponzi scheme. If you think it's a Ponzi scheme, don't invest into it. If you don't think it is, put a little money in that you can afford, okay? So thanks for watching this video. Hope it helps you guys understand if Steemit's a Ponzi scheme or not, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I'm going to post this on Steemit after it's done processing. If you guys give me a thumbs up over there and let me know. It'd be awesome. If not, give me a thumbs down, okay? So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I'll see you guys in a future video. My Indian driver's going crazy outside, so let me get out there, okay? This will conclude the broadcast, guys.